Rich Lowry, he's editor-in-chief of National Review, and Tammy Bruce, Fox News contributor and author of Fear Itself. Wonderful book, wonderful book. Got to go out and buy it. Thank you both for being here. Tammy, one thing Elon has been hammering home is that despite the rhetoric coming from the Democrat side about how this is democracy is our issue, we care about democracy, Donald Trump doesn't, the way they've been talking about democracy, particularly about our constitutional democracy, which has as its very First Amendment free speech, is shocking to a lot of people. I just want to play a little soundbite of Hillary Clinton talking about the issue of free speech. Roll tape.
If the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control.
Okay, we lose total control. I was unaware that they were supposed to have total control.
Yes, and they got used to having that control, pre-Elon Musk when it came to the FBI and the government having conversations with platforms about what couldn't be heard and what couldn't be read. But it really then just suppressed what was considered opposition information or things like the Hunter Biden laptop. Her arguments now are about violence and sexual child abuse, et cetera, which, platforms are, work on to try to moderate that. But their argument still is that there has to be more because there's so much danger involved. But I think we understand that that's just really an excuse, right? The internet and certainly social media, especially under Elon Musk, is really making sure that Americans are hearing and seeing all information. Right. I think that that's the valuable part of this, is that you can't vote and make a decent decision without being fully informed. And that's where our democracy really comes down, is being able to vote and make decisions about our government by having, when you have all the information.
She doesn't care so much about being fully informed. She wants people to be informed just by the things she thinks are important or she thinks are right. Which, as we found out from X under Elon Musk's control, is not necessarily what was said in the past, either under Twitter, Facebook, or whomever you're talking about. I mean, there is going to be, if Kamala Harris is president, there is going to be a whole full-scale alert to anybody controlling a social media company, whether it's Elon Musk or anybody else, that they have to do what the other people say.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons they hate Elon Musk, right, is he has this hugely influential social media platform, maybe more influential than ever, and he's running it on basically free speech principles, which is not, as Tammy points out, is not the way these things were going. They were all tilted one way. And look, Hillary is a washed-up politician, but we saw the current vice presidential nominee on the Democratic side in that debate spouting anti-free speech cliches, right? Hate speech isn't protected by the First Amendment. Yeah, it is. It might not be a great thing to say or think, but it is protected by the First Amendment. And this old chestnut cliche that you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, this is all wrong. That was, 100-year-old line of Supreme Court.
It's how you define fire, Rich. That's the point. They're claiming that if you say anything that disputes all of the rhetoric going on about climate change, that's yelling fire.
They've laid down a
crowded
party
room.
line, and if you dissent, you're misinformation. That's how it works.
Yeah. Then we have, from Donald, we're pretty clear about Donald Trump, what he believes, because we saw his 4 years as president. We're still not clear about what Kamala Harris is or what she might do. She claims she's going to do things completely the opposite of what she said she was going to do 2 years ago or more. She's going to be on 60 Minutes tonight. We already have a clip of that. Roll that tape and get Tammy to respond.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, inclling our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
Do you understand anything?
No,
that she
I
says?
didn't. I did not understand that. It's like the refrigerator word game where you've got magnet words and they go around.
A couple are missing.
But the energy that you could see, that she needed to say words that mattered, but not in a way where they meant anything. And how difficult is it just to say we support Israel? We support the Jewish people around the world. This is obscene. It was a massacre, right? This is the anniversary. How difficult is it to say that you support the Jewish people with a millennial, 2 millenniums of a history of trying to exterminate those people who've never become victims because of their point of view regarding education and the future and what matters? She couldn't do it.
I want Rich on the aspect of dealing with the incredibly complex world that we have now, made even more so by some bad policy decisions. You know how Trump's going to do it because he's done it in the past. You don't know how she's going to do it. She was trying to go without a prompter last week, and she failed miserably very quickly.
Part of the case against her is she represents just the continuation of the Biden weakness, right? He's done everything to restrain Israel because he fears, above all, that we or our allies will escalate things by hitting our enemies, when really want to reestablish your deterrence.
Rich and Tammy, wonderful to have you on. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.